God bless you, lifers. This is Pastor. I just wanted to first wish you a happy and a prosperous new year. I'm coming to you to just give you an overview of what has taken place these last 2 weeks. It appears that on December 19th, during our Christmas cantata, that several individuals present for that service were infected with COVID. And consequently, a good percentage of the numbers of persons who were present for that service that week discovered that they were positive for COVID. Some were symptomatic, some were not. I'm also anticipating that there were several individuals who did not have symptoms or who had very mild symptoms, who did not get tested, but who were positive also. This is really not anything in this moment that we can really avoid. This new variant of COVID is extremely contagious. It does not take much to become infected. If you are in contact with someone who is positive and it is early in their infection, it is very highly likely that you will become infected also. Fortunately, the majority of our membership is vaccinated. So consequently, that allowed individuals to come in contact with this new variant, but not to get gravely ill. Not one individual was hospitalized, and again, God protected our house. Most of the individuals had very mild symptoms, and again, many had little to no symptoms. Consequently, I decided from that moment that we would shut down in-person service until this coming Sunday. The reason for that is, again, that gave individuals an opportunity who had become exposed, individuals to go throughout the infection and to get to the point where they were no longer infectious or contagious, where the viral load in their system had come down low enough in which, again, they were not able to infect anyone else. It also gave us an opportunity for individuals who were not aware of themselves being positive, those individuals to clear also. Because just because an individual is asymptomatic does not mean that they are not contagious. And so we now will enter into the sanctuary again on this Sunday. This is 2 weeks following that episode. And anyone again who was exposed during that service should be in the clear. I just want to speak to you concerning follow-up COVID tests. Many times individuals will take a COVID test after they have tested positive at the end of their quarantine or isolation period. Well, just to let you know that many times individuals will continue to test positive far beyond their infection, to the point where they are no longer infectious, to the point that they are no longer symptomatic. They will yet show a positive outcome in the COVID test. The reason for that is that for some individuals, their body will not clear the remnants or fragments of the virus for sometimes weeks to months after infection. So an individual can be infected and continue to test positive for weeks and months after the infection has cleared. Not because they are actively infected, but because, again, their body yet contains remnants or fragments of the virus. And so, again, I'm coming to you with the wisdom that God gives us, but also with the medical training and all of the education that I bring to the table as far as my medical background. It is my desire to keep our house and to keep you as safe as possible. But I also understand that we cannot continue to shut down every time there is an incident, because some things are going to just be unavoidable. Well, Pastor, is the sanctuary safe? Well, to understand that this virus can only live inside of what we refer to as a host or an individual. And so once that virus has been released into the air, it only has so much time to live unless it gets into a new host. And so the virus does not linger in the air or linger on furniture or on other material or other things for days and weeks after it has been released. It will eventually die if it does not get into a host. And so the sanctuary is safe. We will continue to do everything in our power to keep our worship environment as safe as possible. Social distance to as much as possible. We will wear masks. The only individuals that will not be in mask are the individuals who are standing at the mic or singing at that time. As soon as an individual is finished, we will put the mask back on. I'm encouraging you. I know this is difficult for all of us. It's difficult for me to remember. Let's try not to touch and to hug for right now. It is difficult, again, because we are a very loving church. But just so that everyone can stay safe and everyone is comfortable, let's try to do everything in our power to decrease the chances of any infection or any exposing anyone to the virus. If you're listening today and you have not been vaccinated, I say to you again, please get vaccinated. If you have not been boosted and you've already been vaccinated, I want to encourage you, please get boosted. Your outcomes are so much better if you're vaccinated and boosted. Again, this, I believe, along with God's covering, that has kept our house once again. One thing I am grateful for, that this could have been so much worse, the fact of the mercy of God, that this variant was a variant that was not very virulent. In other words, it was not highly dangerous. It did not cause a lot of sickness and death, what we call morbidity and mortality. And so even though it is highly contagious, it is not as dangerous as the other variants. What situation that the world would be in today if this variant was extremely dangerous? The number of individuals who would be losing their lives and would be in the ICU right now if this was a very dangerous variant. And so we thank God for His grace and mercy for covering the house again. Again, I just wanted to come to you. I wanted to speak to you, understanding that we are people of faith. And we cannot be in faith and in fear at the same time. That there is nothing to fear, that God covers us and God is faithful to us. And we have come through even this. And so we love you. And for you who are comfortable being in an in-person environment, I will see you Sunday morning. If you're not ready yet to return to in-person, I'll see you online. Let's stay connected. We cannot afford to not be connected. These times, if ever before, we need the Lord, and we need to be as close to Him as possible. We love you, and we'll see you real soon. God bless you.